All right, welcome back to Coffee Dribble. Waiting on Celia to give a call in. If you haven't heard her song, you will hear shortly. So I loved it. It was great. So pretty decent weather today. Getting things together, waiting for John to check in, and we should have Celia calling in here in a minute. And Charles doing good in Georgia. Oh man, that's one of the good stretches. Oh man, you know that kind of cat stretch. If you haven't had any of them good stretches lately, I'll tell you what, hyaluronic acid, that's what you should check out. Okay, here we go. Well, hello there.
Hi, Mark. Sorry about this. I didn't even hear it ring.
It's okay. That's all right. That's the thing about live radio. You can play pre-recorded interviews, and you can edit out all the screw-ups.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I was just going into mentioning about your calling in today to talk about that release of your CD, right?
Yes, please.
Well, everybody, this is Celia, and is it Farran? Is it your Farran? How do you say your last name? Farran, right?
Farran. So the accent's almost first syllable.
Farran. Well, you know what happens when you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So anyway, tell us about your CD coming out and how we can get to it. And of course, everybody, as usual, anybody being interviewed here on Coffee Dribble is going to have a page on the website and a link where you can get all the information. But right now, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, we're there a little after. Celia is going to tell us about her CD coming out, and then I'm going to play one of her songs that I personally think maintenance is important, okay, no matter how high maintenance someone is, but I love your song, Hoo Hoo. So anyway, now, tell us about this, because you have serious music, and then you have the funny stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, well, let's start with your CD, because that's going to be available and how they can get it.
Thank you, Mark. Well, this is my 10th recording release. It is a sound spirals album. It's all for meditation, relaxation, yoga, contemplation. And the title of the CD is called Letting Go. And I'm giving away a track from the CD right now. The track is called I Release and Let Go. And you can get it very easily by going to www.celiasings.com/release. So that's CELIASINGS.com/ and the word release. And then you can sign up and you'll get that free track. And then you'll get access to listen to all of the tracks. It is not available yet as a physical CD. It's only available as a digital download because I let it go, no pun intended, just a few days ago. So it's just released just a few days ago, hot off the press.
And you'll see that on the screen for you guys on your laptops and desktops. Click back there. You'll see Celia's link there for you to hook up with that download. And this is 80 minutes of music, right?
Yeah, which is as long as a CD can hold. So I've really tried to be generous with that. And my previous Sound Spirals album, which is called Shaman's Journey, which is a little more darker and a little more going into, deep journeying meditation. This Letting Go is much more for people who want to declutter their minds, their houses, change their negative thinking and patterns, move into a more positive way of being, and feel ultimately free. So that's what this album is about and why I created it, mostly because I needed those things and wanted to share it with others.
Yeah. Well, the thing about yoga, I got into yoga about probably over a decade ago. Seriously got into yoga, where it has a purpose, not only physically, but spiritually. And when you reach a certain number of times that you've done certain movements in yoga, which mine is always the same, meditating, there are sometimes when you want silence, and then sometimes when you want music, like what you have for this meditating in yoga, and it takes you there. Even soundtracks are like the beach in the background. Those who study yoga understand that's what Lyndall talked about. They can imprison your body, but they can never imprison your mind.
That's right.
You can remember being on that beach in Caladaisy 15 years ago, and you can go there in the same focus, in the same plane. And music is very helpful. Music is also energy for me. You know, it drives me when I work out. Pink is a big motivator for me. Now, also,
I tend to agree with all of that, and I believe that music is medicine, and that's part of what I like to do with my music, whether it's this peaceful, singing like an angel, or moving into some comedy like the Trufflefoot Fury, which it sounds like we're going to hear from her, because I love to combine the silly and the sacred and let all of those different voices and expressions be heard and experienced, because we need it all. We need that laughter and we need that serenity. And that's what I love about what I do. I can do all these different things in the same umbrella of performance, entertainment, and sharing.
well, one of the things I think that people should realize is that in the beginning, yoga is a struggle. And it is. I mean, you're learning about breaking habits and making new habits, and you're learning about setting goals and reaching goals as physically. And, I've often wondered about all the preachers of the world. If they can't teach themselves to walk away from a piece of pie, or to basically get out and physically help somebody with a flat tire along the road, then they probably shouldn't be preaching to people. And, that's the thing, is physically, I think that yoga takes and combines the spiritual along with you wanting to accomplish the physical. And it's taken me over a decade to be able to meditate in my full downward position, kneeling, while meditating, and be able to breathe. It took a physical change in my body. I mean, I could hold my breath for years. I even did the hot yoga I love. I do a hot yoga too. Yeah, really hot. I mean, as hot as I can get it, man. I loved it. But the yoga aspect, I appreciate the music that you got, and they'll be able to get that through the link that's on the screen there. Now, the other thing is your funny song, the Hoo Hoo. What inspired you to do the Hoo Hoo song, which I love so much, and which you'll see a Facebook post on Coffee Dribble. If you haven't liked the page and followed the people out there, you'll see some stuff from Celia and also from John there and other ones. But I'm going to put up a special thing that I think should be your singles cover for that song. What inspired you to do the Hoo Hoo song?
Well, that's a grand question. Most people out there may have come across or heard or used a soap called Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap. And the main scent of that soap is peppermint. So in my time when I was living in Milwaukee, I got to know a man named Ralph Bronner, who is the son of Dr. Bronner, the man who made the soap. So Ralph Bronner is his son. And my friend Lori started writing this little ditty. Mind you, it's peppermint soap, and she started writing this little ditty called Dr. Bronner's Makes Your Hoo-Hoo Tingle. And she shared it with me, and this little character that I do called the Trufflefoot Fairy, who is a little pink fairy who is innocent yet benevolent, she decided she wanted to play with that. So I took what Lori shared and let Truffle finish the rest of the song. So it's a co-write with my friend Lori Whalen, and it turned out to be a cult classic, and people still tell me they cannot take a shower without singing the song and thinking of me and the Trufflefoot Fairy. Now, what's really sad news is that Ralph Bronner, the man who introduced me to Dr. Bronner's soap, just passed away the last couple of days from complications of a heart attack. So he is the second generation of the Bronner soap. It's an amazing organization. They do amazing things, and Ralph is one of the most generous people I have ever met. He would just get in his car with a box of soap and start driving around the country and just handing it out to people and telling the stories about the soap. And there's so many amazing stories. One of the stories he told me and Lori was that there was a woman who said, Dr. Bronner feels like there's a peppermint patty in my pants. And that's what inspired the song. peppermint soap. So, yeah, if we can play the song, I think it will then probably explain the rest.
Yeah, I think we'll go into that song now. And, thanks for being on the show this morning. We'll bring her back around again for another interview as things progress. But I'll be looking forward to... and you know what, Doctor, I just want to say, speaking about the doctor, which I just seen that this morning in your post, my condolences. He looked like a very kind man. You could see people's faces sometime, and that picture you took with him was golden. That was like excellent. So a wonderful tribute.
He was.
A wonderful tribute to Sin Across the World, Dr. Bronner there, and the peppermint soap. There'll be a link on her page on our website, the2wiseguys.com. If you haven't been there yet, what's the matter with you? Okay, so anyway, Celia will have her page there. You'll see a little icon with her cute little red head. I love your art, by the way, whoever your artist is. Is that you or?
No, wonderful artist from Mexico named Eduardo Rodriguez Calzado, and you can probably find that link, or people can contact me too, celia@celiaonline.com. I'm very reachable, so if you have any questions, just shoot me a line.
Well, we like his art, so we'll probably have a little link there. Our research team will find him out, so.
He's on Facebook and probably Etsy, and you can find him. He's warm. I mean, if you love that art, go check him out. He's amazing.
I find that a lot of authors and musicians, and when I do their interviews, they have artists that I also find, geez, I like all this guy's art too, this girl's art, so yeah, I'll check them out. And then thanks for, now you're in California right now, right?
That's right, I'm heading to a conference in San Jose.
Well, break a leg, but not really.
Right.
No, but seriously, have a great day. Thanks for sharing your morning with me. And as I leave you off here with the Hulu song in the background there, I want you to know, people, this is a wonderful girl. She's got beautiful music, and she's got funny music, and she makes my day, and I want to thank her for joining us today. Thanks a lot, Celia. Have a wonderful day, hon.